No income tax in Washington. Nice. Yeah, we have to take a look at it. That might be up our alley, man. Try to break off some of that leg that we had there on the cigar. So Phil Unuki, thanks for that follow. Um, if you find a place like that, I'll be your neighbor, says Scott. Yeah, man, come hang out. Trying to find what this place was called. Lewis County, Washington. Hey Siri, send Allie a text.
What do you want to say?
Check out Lewis County, Washington.
Your message to Ali Glashard. Okay.
There you go. That way I don't forget. It's nice little place out there, I think. We traveled the country looking after a year of travel settled there. Nice. Yeah, it's in our future, guys. We're actually very fortunate. The house that we have right now, we own, and the value is kind of going up from all the development that's happening here in Florida. So, we probably have, somewhere between 200 and 300, I would think, um, and just trying to build a nice small little farmhouse out there. It'd be nice. High speed fiber, dude, it's sounding better and better, man. To get some of that high speed fiber, that'd be perfect. That's the only thing I worry about, like moving out to these places, is not having good internet access for streaming and stuff. But it's like one of those areas that Google expanded to or whatever, right? Yeah. Well, thanks, Bad Ad. I appreciate you popping in and sharing with us. So Maui was the other place I lived that had great weather. And it was very unique, kind of little island. I think it's hard to live there if you're single. I think if you go there with your wife or family and get a good job, then it's a great place to live. But the weather, like you could, like one side of the island was really hot, and dry. That was Lahaina side, and then on the other side, you had kind of wet, jungly stuff. That was like kind of Hana. And then in the middle, you had a big volcano that was there, right? Haleakala. And you could drive up, the side of the volcano up to a town called Makawao. And then it was nice and cool there. So it was like 70s all the time. Beautiful. And so, no matter what you wanted, if you wanted sun, you wanted rainy stuff, you wanted cool and dry, the island had everything for you. And all of it was like a 30-minute drive away from each other. You can get the jungly stuff if you drive 30 minutes or go to the beach and get some sun. And that was just a really unique place to live with all that kind of around. I think I would prefer to live up in Makawao. But the problem with Maui is that the land prices are just ridiculous. It's the tourists buy it all up and you get a little shack for $200,000 out there. It's ridiculous. A local teleco that built it out, awesome. Yeah, and that's cool, man. Because the local telecommunication companies are great. You get the best service. Usually the deals are really good, but the problem is Bright House and Comcast just buy everybody up. But it's cool. You got your own little independent out there. That's even more rare. We used to have a couple good ones around, but it's they the bigger companies just squash them out as much as they can. Sasaki Woodworks. Did you live out there or just visit, or are you out there now still? Yeah, so I did a lot of traveling. 50 up and 50 down. That's all you need. I mean, I would probably like to have a little bit more than 50, but down. But 50 up is more than you'll need. I do 20 and I'm just fine. So 50 up would be crazy. Southern California, but you go there a lot. Okay. 100, but didn't need it. Okay, so you can upgrade if you need to. Yeah, that's great. And that's the way it should be. There should be no reason why you can't have, like I think I have like 40 down and 20 up right now. And there's no reason why I shouldn't have 40-40. It's just BS that they don't give it to you. It's because most people don't need it, but it's not like it's there's the big companies just restrict it because they can, because a lot of people need it, so they just don't put it on. That's cool. That ad. Yeah, so I grew up in Florida, and then when I was 10 or 11, I moved out to Vermont with my family. Lived out in Vermont for another 10 or 20 years. And then I started to travel a little bit. I lived in Germany for 6 months, then came back to Vermont for a while, and then went out to Japan for 6 months. And actually planned on going back to live in Japan, but some visa stuff fell through, so I never made it back. And then I went out and lived in Maui. I went on vacation in Maui for a while, and just loved it out there, and so I stayed. Went on vacation, and I stayed. So Vermont's nice. I didn't really think it was too close. Hey, got a raid. Holy crap. Wolfram custom rods with 32 people. What's going on, guys? How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you for the follows. Birder with the follow. How you guys doing? My name is Burroughs Forge. We're a blacksmithing and falconry and beekeeping channel. We make things like little ball openers and stuff. We're working on forging aluminum today, making a hanger. But here's like an example of aluminum forging that we've done. Oh, drop my cigar. And so we had great support from the community today, and so we're just having some fun, enjoying some bourbon and some rum and some cigars. With the fact that we had some more friends come in, I think I'm going to relight this other cigar and enjoy a little bit more time with you guys here. But in the meantime, let's roll the intro so you guys can check that out. Wolfram, thank you so much for that raid. What were you working on today, man? And we got Truffle Shuffle for the follow, Brew 20 MJO. Appreciate you guys being here, but check this out. Just kind of show you a little bit what we do here at the channel Burroughs Forge. Awesome. Thank you. Hey, thanks for that follow. We got T Money Biggs with a follow. Thank you. Welcome so much. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for following. Bad Ad's going with the lurk. Okay, man. Thank you for that lurk. And thanks for the information, too. I appreciate that. Hey, Ham Banana. Thank you. Dog Balls. Thanks for that follow. I appreciate it. I know. It was perfect, man. That was so nice. That follow with the end of the stream was, or the end of that video was really cool. Rifle Stud. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, Brew. We talk about blacksmithing and getting started in blacksmithing all the time. Probably, we're doing a promo that I haven't really talked about on the channel yet, but I mean, why not? We can talk about it now. We're partnering up with Wounded Warrior Project to do a special stream. And Scott, I may need your help that day. It's on the 5th of November, I believe. And we are going to do a blacksmithing stream on the 5th with Wounded Warrior Project, and it's going to be a kind of like getting started in blacksmithing stream. So I'm going to have some tools, like the basic stuff to get started, not having you spend, $300 on an anvil to make some cool stuff. We're going to use the chunks of metal and some other things, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. And then all the donations and subs, I believe, from that stream will go towards Wounded Warrior to support their charity and their help with veterans around the world. So definitely come in, and you might want to check that out if you're looking into getting into blacksmithing. Might be a good stream for you. And we do falconry here, although we've gotten a little bit of a challenge with some of the recent permitting and stuff for falconry. It's on a little bit of the back burner, but hopefully soon we'll start. If not, maybe next year we'll pick it up again. But we had just released our red-tailed hawk back into the wild a few months ago. It's a highlighted stream. If you want to go check that out, you can kind of see Estrella there. And that is Estrella is a red-tailed hawk that we had trapped as part of falconry when she was just a few months old, and then worked with her for a few years, and then released her back out into the wild to rejoin the breeding stock and to make more baby birds. And so that was a little bit bittersweet. And we had been planning on getting a new bird a couple months ago, but had some trouble with permitting and renewals and some flakiness on my sponsor's part. So it may have set us back a few months, but we'll get back into falconry for sure. It just may not be right now. I gotta see. I gotta check on a couple things and see if I can start it back up, but we'll see. And so today, right now, we're just having a nice kind of hangout stream. Hey, Mitorsh, Mr. Touche, something like that. Thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate it. So today we were actually forging a aluminum hanger. And I'm trying to learn how to work with aluminum over the last few weeks. And so this is the base here. And then we're going to fold these sides up to make a triangle. So if you can imagine, use your imaginations, guys. So this is the bottom, like I mentioned. And so kind of like this, if we were to set the hanger here. So this here is the bottom, and then these edges are going to fold up when we finish forging them, and we're going to make the hook, and this is going to be the leaf that we have forged at the end of this material. And so it's me learning how to use this material. We're just kind of having fun and playing with stuff right now. And that's our current project. I just love working with aluminum. I